Good afternoon and welcome to Schwab Field. We're on the campus of the Brook Hill School. This is Dr. John Groth. We'll have a quick interview with Maria Wynn Ratliff. Apache's coming off a 4-game sweep of Odessa College over at White House. There was a high school tournament on this facility this weekend, so the Apaches were bumped over to White House, and a big thank you to them for letting us do that. Mr. Ed's dragging the infield out there with that brush. I'd like to see that happening. I think that's a new feature here. It's doing a pretty good job of it, too. The Apaches are meeting out in left field, and the Western Texas Lady Westerners are meeting over at first base. I did get a chance. I did not catch up to the head coach, Rome McNary. He's in his 8th season for the Lady Westerners, but I did get a chance to talk to Coach Wynn, and we'll be with her in a minute. We're going to see if our cord didn't work the other day, so we're going to see if we can get it to work today. Coach Wynn, happy about some aspects of this streak, but also looking for some consistency in her club. That's the goal of life, isn't it? Trying to be good every day, right, Pedro? Let's hear what Coach Wynn had to say a few minutes ago. 4-game sweep of Odessa. You guys on a little bit of a roll, starting to find your footing a little bit. What were your impressions of the last 2 days?
You know, we just fought back. We had leads and we would lose them a little bit. I still don't think we have the timely pitching that we're looking for, the consistent pitching, but a lot of kids come up with big bats. We're swinging it a little bit better than I thought we were. Today the wind's blowing all over the place.
It's going to blow in today, not out.
It's always scary when the wind blows because it can make a good team really bad and a bad team really good. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moment right now, I think, of just what it feels like to win and get on a little bit of a roll. We're gonna start Abby, and she likes to throw the ball up, so we should see lots of balls up in the air hopefully today, and we're just wanting her to get on track. But if Tangela Smith and Courtney Heller and Jazz Dodd can keep swinging it in the top of our lineup, I think we're going to be okay.
What do you know about Western? This is just a Sunday afternoon game, non-conference. What do you know about where they're at right now?
Coach McNary is one of my longtime friends. I've been playing him, for as long as I can remember. They're scrappy. They've won some games. They've lost some games they should have won. And they're kind of up and down, a little bit like us.
Right.
They haven't played for a while, so I know they're hungry to get out on the field, and they're a little more accustomed to this weather than we are. But
you got your vest on today. You're going to wear that all day?
Yesterday. I might even put a coat on today.
All right.
But they'll play hard. And if we don't do the little things right, they're going to come out of today feeling real good about themselves, and we're not. So, like every game, you just got to go out and you got to pitch it well, you got to defend it well, and you got to hit it well.
Where do you think your club's at as you guys are still a ways away? You got almost 3 weeks before conference play. What have you seen so far? What do you want to see just as a club as you get closer and closer to those conference games?
I think just really understanding softball. That's the biggest thing we lack, and I think it's just happening in our generation now that the kids are playing so much that the knowledge of the game is really lacking. So really just every day trying to build and learn. We made some bonehead mistakes the last 4 games, and just trying to kind of clean that up a little bit. We've moved some people around. Usually by now I kind of have my lineup figured out. And with this group I don't, because we're so versatile. We can really move some kids around.
Well, there's good and bad to that, right?
There's always good and bad to that. But right now everybody's healthy. So that's the most important thing. Just trying to get some kids in the lineup and do the little things right. That's where we really want to be in 3 weeks. I think we have all the components. It's making sure that we can do the little things right for 2 games in a row.
Right. Well, congrats again on the 4-game sweep of Odessa. I know they were back and forth ball games. I enjoyed out at White House High School. The wind was blowing out the day I got to call the games. I don't know if it was probably a little different yesterday, but it's going to be a chilly one today. Maria, thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to your team.
Thanks so much. Thanks for being here.
All right, big thank you to Maria Wynn Ratliff for giving me a few minutes of her pregame time. She's always gracious enough to come up here and talk in the press box. Normally I have to go down in the dugout to get that opposing coach, but got here just in time, got out of church, and just in time to get Coach Wynn on a pregame interview just a few minutes ago. The Apaches are taking the field as we speak. Wearing the gold tops today. I don't think I've seen these before. Black pants and the black stirrups, the white and gold stripes on them. So a little different look for the Apaches. on a chilly day in Bullard. 48 degrees at game time here, so 10-6 and 11-2. And then yesterday, 11-4 and 12-4 in 5 innings. So we'll take a moment to honor America and our national anthem. All right. Aggie Band doing a good job with the anthem once again. Dr. John Groth with you as the Apaches and the Lady Westerners get ready to battle here in Bullard. We're back at Schwab Field. It's a chillier day today than it was a couple days ago. I had baseball yesterday at Mike Carter, and we had a cold front blow in. Boy, Friday was beautiful out at White House High School. But the northern winds have blown through, and my driveway was really wet this morning. I was a little concerned we weren't going to get these in, but everything's high and dry here. The drier air has moved in, albeit a lot chillier. Apache's wearing their gold jerseys today. I have not seen these before. They got the black pants with the black stirrups. The Lady Westerners with a bit of a Houston Astro look to them. They got black pants with the green and white tops with the white helmets. So let's go through the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Western Texas Lady Westerners are 5-5 on the year. They are 0-0 in conference. They have not started conference play. They're led by 8th-year head coach Rome McNary. Leadoff hitter is Ashley Gonzalez. She'll play first base. Left fielder Mackenzie Moore bats second. Shortstop Christina O'Banion bats third. Right fielder Brigitte Cripple will bat clean up and play right field. The catcher is Nikki Medina. She'll bat fifth. Designated player Marina Rosales bats sixth. Center fielder Casey Thurman bats seventh. Cheyenne Potts bats eighth and plays third base. And second baseman Ashlyn Bradley will bat ninth. Pitching in the circle for the Lady Westerners is Natalie Blattman. Left-handed Ashley Gonzalez leads it off. It's 1-0. Called a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lady Westerners actually come in on a 3-game winning streak. They're 5-5 overall, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Defensively for the Apaches, Hannah Frank in left, Jasmine Dodd in center, Tangela Smith in right, Casey Parker at third, Brecklin Dennis at short, Sloan Johnson at second, Courtney Heller at first, Destiny Dixon behind the plate. And in the circle for the Apaches, right-hand sophomore from Garden City, Kansas, Abby Dart. Dart is 1-1 on the year with a 6.10 ERA, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts and 6 walks for the sophomore from Garden City, Abby Dart. And it's now a full count on Ashley Gonzalez. Well, you've got a couple of ways to communicate with me today. One is that live chat feature in YouTube. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And it's an opening strikeout for Abby Dart.
Now batting number 2, Mackenzie Moore.
Here is Mackenzie Moore now, first time up. Kenzie Moore, freshman from Canyon. Western Texas is in Snyder, about 5 hours and 20 minutes away from Tyler, Texas, 360 miles. So these ladies will have a nice little trip after the doubleheader. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off, back off to our left here. And it's quickly 0-2. Couple of lefties to open the ball game here for the Lady Westerners. They're led by eighth-year head coach Rome McNary. Last year, the Lady Westerners were 18-32 on the year, 11-17 in WJCAC play. We'll give you some rundowns on what's happening in both the Region 14 and the Region 5 softball so far this season. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, got her looking. 2 up and 2 down. Perfect game, still intact.
Number 7, Christina O'Banion.
Here's Christina O'Banion now. First time up for her. She's the shortstop. She'll bat third. Christina, a freshman from Cypress, Texas. Well hit high and deep to left and plenty of room. And Hannah Frank runs it down for the final out. F7 if you're scoring at the house. As the Apaches will get their first look at Natalie Blattman when we return. It's still scoreless. Back for the bottom of the first in just a minute. All right, let's walk you through this lineup here quickly. Leading off is Tangela Smith. She's in right field. Center fielder Jasmine Dodd will bat second. Shortstop Brecklin Dennis bats third. Courtney Heller is the first baseman. She'll bat cleanup. Designated player is Malaya Olvera. Sloan Johnson bats sixth and plays second base. Left fielder Hannah Frank bats seventh. Third baseman Casey Parker will bat eighth. First pitch is going to miss for ball one. And batting ninth is the catcher, Destiny Dixon. Defensively for the Western Texas Lady Westerners, Kinsey Moore in left, Casey Thurman in center, Bridget Krippel in right, Cheyenne Potts at third, Christina O'Banion at short, Ashlyn Bradley at second, Ashley Gonzalez at first, Nikki Medina behind the plate. In the circle, the freshman from Abbotsville, British Columbia, Natalie Blattman. Blattman has fallen behind 3-0. Blattman 2-2 on the year with a 6.24 ERA. It's her fifth appearance of the year. They've all been as a starter. She does have 2 complete games, 24 2/3, 10 strikeouts, and 12 walks for the freshman from Abbotsford, British Columbia. 3-1 now to Tangela Smith. First time up for Tangela. Ground ball to third. This is Potts. Fields it cleanly for out number 1. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. That will bring up Jasmine Dodd for the first time today.
Number 3, Jasmine Dodd.
Base hit up the middle. There goes the no-hitter. Jasmine Dodd. 1B8 if you're scoring at the house. So the Apaches
Now batting number 2, Brecklin Dennis.
looking to take a lead there. They put up some numbers over at White House High School on that turf over there. Boy, the Apaches Really swung the bats well the last 2 days. Wind is blowing in today. Got a north-northwesterly at 11. Look out! Back behind the hitter. Boy, that went behind Breckland's head. Was she running on that pitch? Well, it depends on whether we're going to get a stolen base or a wild pitch. Yeah. Pedro's saying since we're homers, we should give her a stolen base. So next pitch is going to miss. 2 balls, no strikes. We'll have to see what they gave her down in that dugout. There's the bunt. Nicely done. Picking it up is Potts and called her out. Bang, bang play. Coach Henderson tried to sell it over there. And Breckland Dennis is out. Nice play by Cheyenne Potts at third base.
Now batting number
Dodd goes to
35,
third
Heller.
with 2 outs. Here's the cleanup hitter, Courtney Heller. So they called it a wild pitch in the dugout, Pete. So they're doing it the right way. Base hit down the line in right, and Heller will chug for 2. Here comes the throw, and dives headfirst safe. Courtney Heller with the RBI double give the Apaches the early 1-0 lead here in inning number 1.
Now batting number 1, Malia Olvera.
Well, Courtney Heller continues to swing a hot bat. Stepping in now is Malaya Olvera. 1-0 Apaches. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Glad you're with us. Love to hear from you on the Remind text system, some of you that are on that. And also would like to hear if you want to sign into the YouTube. I think you got to sign in to do the live chat feature. Looks like we got one note up there. I haven't had a chance to check it yet. Watching from Thornton, Colorado. Pop-up, shallow, yeah, it's not in center, and the shortstop, that's O'Banion making the easy grab for the final out. But the Apaches get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a runner on. We'll head to inning number 2. Your new score from Schwab Field. We're in Bullard today. It's 1-0 Apaches.
Now batting for the Lady Westerners. number
Welcome back to
21,
Schwab Field.
Bridget Krappel.
Top of inning number 2. Apaches coming off a 4-game sweep of Odessa. Overall record for Tyler Apache, 7-3 now on the season. And the Lady Westerners are even 5-5. Roel McNary making his way down to the third base coach's box. Well, we've heard from Gary Franklin from Thornton, Colorado, checking in. Appreciate that. If you're watching out there, let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. First pitch swung on, fouled straight back. This is Bridget Cripple. First time up for her. Actually, I just noticed the Lady Westerners got the white stirrups going with the black undersocks. I don't know that I've ever seen that look before. 0-1 pitch. Popped out of play over our heads. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch is well off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pop up, right side, drifting over and making the catch. Are we fair or foul there, Mr. Umpire? One of them is supposed to point. Neither one of them did.
Now batting number 23, Nikki Medina.
I'll say it was fair. I'm not sure it matters. F9 if you're scoring at the house. Technically, if you're scoring that officially, it's an FO if it's foul. As a foul out as opposed to a fly ball out. So popped out of play, 0-1. This is Nikki Medina, the catcher. A 1 pitch. Popped out of play again, back behind us. And it's quickly 0-2. Boy, the Apaches, is that a team jacket she's wearing? That looked pretty nice. Got the hood, and those are warm. Probably have to wear them for about a month and then put them away. You won't pick it. It'll be hot. 0-2 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're at the 5 spot in the lineup for the Apaches. Abby Dart in the circle. The 1-2. Boy, just missed. I couldn't have taken that with 2 strikes. Mr. Umpire thought it was a ball. And Medina gets the benefit of a close call. And they're all wearing them. So Apache's got their gray, heavier jacket on today. 2-2 pitch. That's high. 3-2. 1-0 Apaches. We're in the top of the second. 1 out, nobody aboard. Abby Dart working here in the circle. 3-2 pitch. Lined foul. Is that, we got one of the local media guys out here doing some videoing. It's one of the nice things about coming to Tyler Junior College. You got 3 TV stations, and you're always going to get covered by one of them if you're playing in town. So, payoff pitch coming up again to Nikki Medina. Now she steps out. Here's the next 3-2 pitch, and that one misses low, and that's the first walk of the ball game for Abby Dart.
9, Maria Rosales.
So Abby has struck out 2 so far. That's her first walk, and that'll bring up Maria Rosales, the designated player. First pitch. That's another low one, ball 1. Last couple of pitches have landed well short of home plate by Abby Dart. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1. Give you some updates on the Region 14 and Region 5 play. There's a pop-up on the left side. Nobody can get there in time. Do it again. Medina at first, Rosales at the plate. Abby Dart in the circle, the 1-2. Popped out of play over our heads. And we'll do it again. Well, plenty of hoodies and jackets and even some blankets out here at the ballpark today. It's going to be cold most of the week, Senor. We got a little taste of early spring here, and now it's back to kind of a normal weather pattern here in East Texas. It's going to be a couple of days before we even see 60 again. Little tapper foul. Count remains 1-2. The pitch. Another pop-up as Rosales is pesky at bat here. Abby Dart now at 28 pitches. We're not through the second inning yet. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. There's strikeout number 3 for Abby.
Now batting number 1, Casey Thurman.
Here's the center fielder, Casey Thurman, for the first time today. 2 outs in the inning now. That 1 out walk to Medina. The only base runner so far for Western Texas. That first pitch is in there. And it's 0-1. The pitch. Pops straight into the net. And it's 0-2. Two outs, 1 aboard. 1-0 Apaches here in the top of inning number 2. Swing and a miss. Struck out the last 2 batters. 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings for Abby Dart. And that's it for the Lady Westerners. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 2. Score remains Tyler 1, Western Texas 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Bullard, Texas. We're at Schwab Field. First pitch is in there. Strike 1 to Sloan Johnson. First time for Sloan. We're at the 6th spot in the Apache lineup. They brought 5 batters to the plate. Scored a run on an RBI double by Courtney Heller. 1-0 Apaches. 0-1 pitch. In there. 0-2 to Sloan. Sloan Johnson, freshman from Lampasas. Line drive up the middle, base hit. So nice at bat by Sloan Johnson. And the Apaches with their leadoff batter aboard here in the second inning.
Now batting number 12, Hannah Frank.
Here's Hannah Frank for the first time. Well, Hannah Frank isn't on this roster. How's that? Nice. First pitch to Hannah is 1-0. Misses at the 7th spot. Yeah, I was going to say. 1 ball, no strikes. There's the bunt. nicely placed. Is she going to beat it out? Not quite, but she'll move the runner over on the sacrifice. So sacrifice works. And Sloan Johnson goes to second with 1 out.
Now
Here is
batting number
Casey
6,
Parker.
Casey Parker.
First time today for Casey. Casey is a sophomore from Pittsburgh, Texas. She'll get up there with 1 out and 1 on. Boy, off-speed pitch just missed. I think the catcher might have stood up. Not taking that one away. Try to teach those catchers to hold their ground and try to make every pitch, or the reasonable ones, look like a strike. The 1-0. That one was a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, yeah, a couple more people check in here. Let's check this out here. Audrey Pickett's aunt watching from Hugo, Colorado. Appreciate her checking in. That pitch is going to miss. So that's Linda Grauberger. Appreciate her checking in on the live chat. Watching from Buell, Idaho. Go Apaches. We're for Brecklin Dennis. It's Shelly. So appreciate you guys checking in that live chat. There's a line drive left field, but caught on the run, and this is going to be a double play. Nice catch out there in left field by Mackenzie Moore. And Sloan Johnson was off to the races, and she's easily a double play victim. That'll go F7 and then back to 4. The Apaches, after a leadoff single, the double play ends the threat. So we'll go to the 3rd inning. The score remains Tyler 1, Western Texas 0. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Lady Westerners from Western Texas. 1-0 Apaches as we go to inning number 3. 1-0 pitch is in there. It's 1-1 on Cheyenne Potts, the third baseman. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Cheyenne Potts, a sophomore from San Antonio, Texas. One-two pitch, pop up. This should be in play. Heller at first. Now it's going to be the second baseman, Sloan Johnson, calling her off. And there's 1 out. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, Ashlyn Bradley, first time today. Bradley, a sophomore from Aztec, New Mexico. So we've got, if you look at their roster, New Mexico represented, British Columbia, Texas, of course. And actually they got a couple of players from Abbotsford, British Columbia. Fly ball center field, well hit. Dodd going back, but she's got room. Does a nice job. Boy, that's a really good Good footwork on that. She turned and
Now
went
batting number
and then had
22,
time to
Ashley Gonzalez.
get under that. For out number 2, back to the top of the lineup we go. Here's Ashley Gonzalez for the second time. She struck out swinging her first time up. Gonzalez, a freshman from Big Spring. In there, strike 1. Gonzalez, a 389 average on the year. He's got 4 RBI so far. 0-1. Misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you can see the lightweight jerseys the Apaches are wearing today. That breeze is kicking up. It's blowing in from left center field. Every once in a while I see one of the Apache jerseys ruffling in the wind. Anything that goes up today is going to get knocked down a little bit. I've already seen that happen one time on the 3rd out of the first inning. Christina O'Bannon hit a ball high to left field, and it just kind of died out there. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3. Kind of an off-speed little eephus look to that pitch. And strikeout number 5 for Abby Dart ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 3. It's 1-0 Tyler. Back at action, base hit up the middle. Nicely done. Destiny Dixon leads off the 3rd inning, just like Sloan Johnson led off the 2nd inning, base hit.
Now batting number 7, Tangela Smith.
So here's the top of the lineup, Tangela Smith for the 2nd time. She grounded out to 3rd base her first time up. 0 for 1 in this one. Tangela comes in. Throw down to 2nd, not in time. Little hit and run there. And Tangela just kind of trying to stay in the way or distract that catcher for a moment. And Destiny Dixon steals 2nd base. For Destiny, is that right? It says that that's her first steal of the year. I'm not sure I'm believing that. Huh, interesting. 0-1 is the count, the pitch. Ground ball to 3rd. This is Potts. She's gotten a lot of work here. Early throws to 1st for the out. Throw gets away. And now Dixon. Well, if the ball must have got into the dugout because Coach Wynn pointed her home. I think that's the umpire's job.
Now batting number 3, Jasmine Dodd.
So Destiny Dixon will score the 2nd run of the inning. That's going to be an E3 on Ashley Gonzalez. She tried to throw over to 3rd base, and Cheyenne Potts jumped but couldn't reach the throw. So Smith is out on the 5-3. And, boy, there's another little eephus-type pitch. We've seen both pitchers utilize that off-speed effectively. And it's 0-1 on Jasmine Dodd. 1 out, nobody on. The Apaches have scored a 2nd run here. It's 2-0. Line shot, left field, but foul. Well, Pedro, the sun is trying to come out. but I'm not sure it's going to. It might. The clouds are it's trying to break up a bit. There's some blue here off to our left, to the west, but definitely chilly temperature day. I think we're supposed to get into the 50s. Game time temperature was 48. 0-2. Misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Left-handed batting center fielder Jasmine Dodd. Jasmine, 381 on the year for the Apaches. Does have 3 homers and 11 RBI. That ball misses way low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Apaches as a squad are batting .338. Ground ball to the right. Out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. They're holding their opponents to a .271 average. Well, somebody's not entering these stats correctly because these pitchers, they're 7-3 on the year, but the pitchers only have 3 wins in the stat column. So I don't know who's entering them up to the national site. That ball's well hit and off the fence. That was a rope to center field off the bat of Jasmine Dodd. So with 1 out, the Apaches looking for more here. Jasmine is 2 for 2.
Number 2, Brecklin Dennis.
She singled the center her first time up. Now she hits a double that short hopped the fence. And stepping in is the shortstop, Brecklin Dennis. Brecklin grounded out to third her first time up. Trying to add to a 2-0 lead here. Brecklin, .455 average on the season. I'm not sure. There's some discrepancies here on the stat sheet. I'm not sure. I don't know if we've had anyone play all 10 games, but the highest number of games that any one player has played is 6. Something's just not quite right here. So I have to have, I don't know who uploads the stats for us. There's a pop-up to the shortstop. Caught, easy play for O'Banion, and there's 2 away. F6 if you're scoring at the house. Here's Courtney Heller.
Now batting, number 35, Courtney Heller.
Well, I'm going to read the stats that I got. Heller on this stat sheet is, that's not right. She's only got 5 at-bats. So I'll call out what I got here. But as of these stats, she's got. Well, at some level they've updated them because it's 7-3 on the record. That is our record, right? So I don't know what the issue is here. And all I can do here. 2 balls and no strikes to Courtney. Off the plate. 3-0 now. You got a base open, so they're pitching Heller kind of carefully. Malaya Alvera waits on deck, and I might, you might be wise to walk Heller. And 3-1 now.
I see a 1-2.
Off the plate, and they kind of pitch around Heller there to get to Malaya Alvera.
Now batting, number 1, Malia Alvera.
That is walk number 1 for Natalie Blattman. And that will bring up Malaya Alvera. She popped up to short her first time up. First pitch misses off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the sun creeping out, trying to, here it comes. 1-0 pitch in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind continues to blow. here at the ballpark. 2 outs, 2 aboard for the Apaches. Here's the 1-1. Little tapper to short. O'Banion picks it, throws it, and nicely done over at first by Gonzalez. And that'll end the inning. But the Apaches get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a couple runners on. We'll head to inning number 4. Your new score from Schwab Field, the Apaches 2 and the Lady Westerners from Western Texas 0. Welcome back to Bullard, Texas. First pitch is going to miss outside. This is 2, 3, and 4 now. Mackenzie Moore, Christina O'Banion, Bridget Cripple. Scheduled a hit for the Lady Westerners. Coming in 5 and 5 on the air. There's a tapper foul. It's 1 and 1. Moore, the left fielder, struck out looking her first time up. On the season, 296 average. Couple of doubles. She's got a couple of homers and 12 RBI. And, no, that's wrong. Sorry. 2 RBI. Looking at total bases. 2 and 1 to count. The pitch. Three and 1. Abby Dart delivers. Pop up. Shallow left field. Tough play. Can't make it. Boy, Hannah Frank came on the run. She had to come a long way, and I'm scoring that an error. I don't know. We'll see what they score in the dugout, but that's a ball she's going to catch most of the time. Let's see what they score that. Ground ball up the middle. Ooh, under the glove of the shortstop. Brecklin Dennis almost had that. I'll give that one a hit, but coach says coach speak, that could have been a double play ball. So you got first and second, no one out.
Now batting, number 21, Bridget Cripple.
Yeah, they scored that an error in the dugout, so you got an E7 and a single. And it's first and second, no one out. Cleanup hitter, Bridget Cripple. Right fielder flew out to right her first time up. First pitch, there's the bunt. Right back to Abby. She'll flip it over to first just in time. Sloan Johnson covering. And the sacrifice moves the runners.
Now batting, number 23, Nikki Medina.
So second and third, tying runs in scoring position for Nikki Medina, the catcher. She walked her first time up. On the year, Medina, 391 average. So infield drawn in here, trying to cut this run down. First pitch. Inside, nicely done by Destiny Dixon. Otherwise, that would have been a run. Ball was in the dirt. 2-0 Apaches, but the Lady Westerners are threatening here. Second and third, only one out. Well hit, but foul down the left field line. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. to Nikki Medina. Abby Dart gets her sign. The windup in the pitch just misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball is crushed, but foul, way foul, and it's stuck. The side of that hill is so wet that that ball hit the side of the hill and just plugged. She couldn't even hardly pick it out of the mud there. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the number 5 hitter, Nikki Medina. There is a base open, so if Medina reaches, it would be Rosales on deck. Pop up out of play to the right into the bleachers. Count will stay 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mackenzie Moore hit a pop up to shallow left that Hannah Frank couldn't handle. A single up the middle and a bunt, and that's where we stand now. This might be in play. A little pop up to the left side, and she must have dropped it. She went out of our eyesight, and the next thing we knew, the ball's coming back to the circle. So we'll do it again. She must not have been able to reach it. That was Casey Parker giving chase. She comes out with a smile on her face, so that's a good news. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The next payoff pitch misses inside, and bases are loaded. Well, that doesn't hurt you so much. You're not forcing all 4 bases now. Second walk of the game for Abby Dart. But the bases are full of Lady Westerners, and Coach McNary going to have a little chat with Maria Rosales. He's being very deliberate in what he tells her. What do you think, Pete? He just hit one out of the ballpark here. Grand slam time. Is that what he told her? First pitch, right down the middle, strike 1. Well, after the walk, he may have told her to be a little more selective. She'll turn it loose here if she gets something good to hit. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2. Boy, perfect pitch by Abby. And now you're in a hole. Maria Rosales struck out swinging her first time up. We're at the 6th spot in the Lady Westerner lineup. Line shot, but foul into the Apache bullpen. Well, that was a bullet all over that Abby Dart offering there. She straightens that out a bit. That's trouble for the Apaches. 2-0. They lead it. We're in the top of the 4th. The 0-2. Little bloop to left field, but it's going to drift foul. And we'll do it again. So Rosales, after taking a couple of strikes, has fouled a couple balls off here. Here's the next 0-2 offering. Another foul ball down the third base line, and Coach McNary has to step out of the way. Well, they've got I just noticed this. I guess the school colors are maybe orange. They got orange foul poles here. Just notice that. Most foul poles on the fields have yellow foul poles. There's a pop-up. That's going to get out of play. Into the bleachers. So you got the yellow top of the fence marking the field, but down the lines, I don't think you can see it on your broadcast screen, but the foul poles are actually orange. Strike 3 called. And boy, a big strikeout there. That'll make it 2 outs.
Batting number 1, Casey Thurman.
Strikeout number 6 might have been a little bit generous on the outside corner there, but Dart gets the call, and here's Casey Thurman. First pitch to Casey is going to miss, ball 1. Thurman struck out swinging her first time up. On the year, Thurman, a 160 hitter. Fouled straight back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Abby Dart trying to get out of trouble and preserve the shutout. Base is full of Lady Westerners from Western Texas. Easily their best chance of the ball game. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Nicely done by Abby Dart. Strikes out the last two batters to get out of a bases-loaded jam. Her 7th strikeout of the game. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 4. The shutout intact. It's 2-0 Tyler. Six, 7, and 8 for the Apaches. Sloan Johnson, Hannah Frank, Casey Parker scheduled to hit for Coach Wynn and the Apaches. 7 and 3 coming into this one are the Apaches on a 4. Well, they're coming off 4 in a row as they took 4 from Odessa out at White House in the previous 2 days. First pitch, going to miss, ball 1. Actually, the Apaches now on a 6-game winning streak. So trying to extend that as well. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sloan Johnson singled to center her first time up. The 1-1. In there for a strike. It's 1-2. The next pitch fouled off, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 line drive foul. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sloan Johnson. Little pop-up. First baseman can't see the ball. Everybody's safe. That's a single. Well, the sun came out, and it helped the Apaches on that play. So Johnson aboard with a little bloop to first. It normally would have been an easy play for Gonzalez at first. As is, it's a infield single. Here is Hannah Frank now, second time up. There's the bunt, and this is Potts. She'll throw over and get the runner at first base. Bradley covering.
Number 6, Casey Parker.
So the sacrifice on a 5-4 moves the runner to second base. With 1 out, Casey Parker steps in. First pitch to Casey, in there, strike 1. The Apaches 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Western Texas No runs on 1 hit. They have also committed 1 error so far. Bottom of the 4th. In there for a strike. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. On Casey Parker, we're at the 8th spot in the Apache lineup. Natalie Blattman in the circle was looking into the dugout for a minute right before she delivered that pitch. That one missed high. It's 1-2. Started the inning with 42 pitches. She's looking in every pitch. And that hit her. Casey Parker was a statue on that one. She did not move, and it went right off her front arm.
Number 13, Destiny Dixon.
So she'll take one for the team there. First and second, 1 out. Here's the 9-hitter, Destiny Dixon. Singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. She singled to center, stole second base. Eventually reached home on an errant throw by Ashley Gonzalez, who was trying to throw it over to Cheyenne Potts at third, threw it away. First pitch in there, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. In there, boy, just kind of lollipopped that one in there. Keeping those hitters off balance. And Dixon now in an 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, right side through the hole. Oh, she caught it, but everybody's moving up a spot. Boy, good diving stop there, saved a run. Ashlyn Bradley left her feet. It's another infield single. And the Apaches now have them loaded with only 1 out. Top of the lineup, Tangela Smith. We're going to have a meeting inside the circle, as the infield committee is going to talk about things. Coach Wynn's going to have a little chat with Tangela. And Mr. Umpire started to break up the meeting, but they broke it up on their own. Dixon at first, Parker at second, Johnson at third. And this is Tangela Smith now. Has grounded out the third twice. She's 0 for 2. First pitch is going to miss. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. In there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good. Tangela looking for her first hit of the day so far. The 1-1. Misses high and tight. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. You're going to throw home for 1. Get that lead runner. So O'Banion, good job of getting the lead runner. 6-2. Everybody else moves up a spot. And Smith is aboard on the fielder's choice. And that will bring up Jasmine Dodd. Boy, what a bullet they could dodge here if Natalie Blattman can get out of trouble. First pitch, high and tight, ball 1. Jasmine Dodd is 2 for 2. A single to center and a double to center. She has scored 1 of the 2 Apache runs. Natalie Blattman looking into the dugout, kind of a unique thing. They're getting their signs every pitch from the dugout. I guess that may speed things up if everybody looks over there, both pitcher and catcher. Here's the 2-0. Well hit, left field, base hit. 3-0 Apaches. Second run will be held. RBI single off the bat of Jasmine Dodd will give the Apaches a 3-run advantage. Good piece of hit, and she goes the other way. Everybody moves up a spot, and the bases remain loaded for Brecklin Dennis. Good piece of hitting by Jasmine Dodd. Hit that ball hard the other way. Brecklin 0 for 2. Grounded out to third. Popped up to short. First pitch off the plate. Ball 1. And the Apaches chipping away here. They've scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and now 1 more in the fourth. It's 3-0. Playing a little add-on softball here. The pitch. In there for a strike. I think we're 1-1. Blattman with their sign. There's the pitch. Line drive, center field, caught. Nicely done by Brecklin Dennis. She went down, got that ball, but Thurman ran it down in center field on the L8. Well hit ball. The Apaches end up getting a run on 1, 2, 3 hits. They leave them loaded. We'll head to the 5th inning. Your new score from Schwab Field in Bullard, Texas is Tyler 3 and Western Texas 0. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Lady Westerners from Western Texas. Coming off an 18-32 year last year. They are 5-5 so far this year. They're led by 8th-year head coach Rome McNary. 8, 9, and 1. Cheyenne Potts will lead it off. Ball 1 high. It's pitch number 70 for Abby Dart. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Abby Dart pitching a shutout so far. Got out of trouble last inning. Next pitch is going to miss, and it's 2-0. Abby Dart, the sophomore from Garden City, Kansas, comes in 1-1 on the year with a 6.10 ERA. Now, we're still debating that that's correct. The stats haven't been updated since the doubleheaders the last 2 days. So here's the 2-1 pitch. That ball is hit high and deep at foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cheyenne Potts. Cheyenne Potts is 0 for 1. She popped up to second base her first time up. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third and caught over there by Parker. And 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. There's one away. Here's Ashlyn Bradley now, second time up. She flew out to center back in the 3rd inning. So Abby Dart has thrown innings of 11, 22, 9, and 27. So back and forth, she's had 2 really quick innings and 2 longer innings. Trying to make this one another quick one. First pitch. Line drive up the middle, base hit. First hit of the day for Ashlyn Bradley.
Now batting, number 22, Ashley Gonzalez.
And it's just the second hit of the day for the Lady Westerners, and back to the top of the lineup we go. Ashley Gonzalez 0 for 2. She has struck out twice. Gonzalez, 389 average. So far called a ball, just missing. 1-0. So far, just 4 base runners for Western Texas. 2 balls, no strikes. We're in the top of the 5th inning. That sun really coming out now. Clouds break up, which is kind of a nice thing. That'll warm things up. Here's the 2-0. Called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that wind's still whistling here at the ballpark. Strike on the outside corner. And it's 2-2. That wind picks up. We got a little rattling in the ceiling here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Look out off the netting. Over toward the Apache dugout on the third base side, and we'll do it again. Well, I mentioned it earlier. I don't think I've ever seen the white stirrups with the black undersocks, but that's what the Lady Westerners are going with today. The black pants and the green, white, and black tops. Full count now with 1 out and 1 aboard to Ashley Gonzalez. Here comes the 3-2 delivery, and off the plate, it's a walk. So Abby, now that's her 3rd walk of the day.
Now batting number 2, Mackenzie Moore.
You got first and second, still only 1 out for Mackenzie Moore. Moore in this ball game is 0 for 2. Struck out looking and reached on an error by the left fielder, Hannah Frank. Grounded to third, that's going to be foul. Casey Parker gloved it, stepped on the bag, but it was called foul by Mr. Umpire at home plate. Last time up, Moore hit a shallow pop-up to left field, and Hannah Frank came running in and had it bounce out of her glove. 0-1 pitch, called a strike. It's 0-2. Apache's 3 runs on 8 hits. Lady Westerners no runs on just 2 hits. Tapper foul on the first base side. We're at the 2 spot in the Lady Westerner lineup. Here's the 0-2. Little bloop to left, and this time Frank will squeeze it. And there's 2 outs.
Now batting number
And
7,
that will bring up the 3-hitter, Christina O'Banion. And Christina steps in. She is 0 for, actually 1 for 2. She has 1 of those 2 hits. Starts with that open stance. O'Banion, the freshman from Cyprus. First pitch is going to miss. Ball 1. Right now, O'Banion 556 average. 8 RBI and 4 stolen bases with a freshman from Cypress, Texas. Here's the pitch. That's low in the dirt. And, boy, you got to be careful here. It's a 3-0 count on O'Banion, and if she walks, the bases would be loaded. And, boy, pretty close pitch there. She takes off.
Now batting
But it was
number
called a
7,
ball.
Richard Crepel.
So now you got bases loaded. That really doesn't hurt you that much, but you got to bear down here now. and work hard to get that third out. Stepping in as the cleanup hitter, Bridget Cripple. First pitch misses high. What you can't do here is get freebies. Now you got to really bear down and put the ball in the zone. After a 4-pitch walk, there's a line shot in the left, base hit, and it's 3-1. Good piece of hitting by Cripple. She gets the RBI single, and the Lady Westerners are on the board. Everybody moves up one spot. Ashlyn Bradley scores the first run for Western Texas. Still bases loaded, 2 outs.
Now batting
And
number 23, Nikki Medina.
you're still very much in the meat of their lineup. Now it's Nikki Medina. She has walked twice in this ball game. First pitch called a strike. Medina 391 average, 5 RBIs on the year. Sophomore from El Paso. The 0-1. High and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, it's just, you got a little more pressure on yourself when you got the bases loaded, and you can kind of see that Abby trying to find herself out there a bit. 1-1 pitch. Pop up. This should end it. In foul territory, it's Casey Parker. She'll squeeze it, and there's your inning. So minimal damage, 1 run on 1 hit. They leave them loaded, and your new score from Schwab Field, we head to the bottom of inning number 5, is the Apaches 3 and the Lady Westerners 1. Welcome back to Schwab Field on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Dr. John Groth with you. As we head to the bottom half of inning number 5, Apaches bring 4, 5, and 6. This is Courtney Heller for the 3rd time. 1 for 1. RBI double in the first. She walked in the 3rd. And it's 2-0. Pretty good pitch there. Called a ball. Heller, Olvera, and Sloan Johnson scheduled a hit for the ladies in gold jerseys today. First time I've seen these. And that's going to miss high. 3-0. Well, last time you kind of pitched around Heller. This time, I don't know if you're pitching around her or just can't find the zone here. We got nobody on. That's called a strike. I know Courtney had on Friday at least 2 homers. I don't know if she had any yesterday. Here's the 3-1. Boy, another just very slow off-speed pitch, and Heller kind of spits on it as it goes by. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Probably see another one of those. There it is, but misses the zone. Heller does a good job of working the walk here. 2nd of the ball game for Courtney.
Now batting number 4,
And
Bobby Carricker.
the only walks of this game have been to Courtney Heller. So leadoff runner aboard. I guess you're gonna see a runner here. Allie White will be the runner. And do we have a pinch hitter? Is that what I heard? Aubrey Carricker is going to hit for Malaya Olvera. So there's the bunt right back to the pitcher, and she'll move the runner for the sacrifice. So Carricker does her job.
Now batting number 10,
Aubrey.
Sloan Johnson.
Here is Sloan Johnson now. Chance to add to a 3-1 Apache lead. Pinch runner Allie White is at second for Sloan Johnson. First pitch. Misses low, ball 1. Sloan so far is 2 for 2. Single to center and a single that the first baseman Ashley Gonzalez lost in the sun. 1-0 pitch in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runs have been a little harder to come by here than they were over at White House. Apache's scored, I think, double digits maybe in all 4 of those games. I know they scored 11 and 10 yesterday and 10 in the final one. Did they? I'm trying to remember the first score of that first game. 1-2 pitch right back to the circle. And Blattman throws it over to first for the second out. That'll go 1-3. And White goes to third base
Now
with
batting
2
number
outs.
12, Hannah Frank.
Here is the left fielder, Hannah Frank. She has bunted twice. 2 sacrifices for Hannah Frank, and probably not going to ask her to do it here. She's going to try to drive her in. First pitch. In there for a strike. 2 outs. Runner at third. 3-1 Apaches. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Blattman has her sign the pitch. Going to miss high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you'd love to pick up another run here if you could. If you're an Apache fan. Hannah Frank. Little looper into right center, and there you go. Frank's going to hit first. She'll go to second, and she'll stay there. RBI double. 3-1 Apaches. Hannah Frank, good piece of hitting right there.
Now batting number 6, Casey Parker.
And here is Casey Parker. Parker 0 for 1. She hit into a double play, fly ball to left field. Play that Sloan Johnson got doubled off. Parker steps in. Well, it's 4-1, excuse me. That run is another single run for the Apaches. See if they can put a 2 on the board this time. Got 4 innings in which they've scored 1 run. The 1-0. Tapper foul. Look out over there. Destiny Dixon on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're at the 8th spot in the Apache lineup. They've just added a 4th run here in the bottom of the 5th. 4-1 is our score. The pitch. Little tapper to third. This is Potts. She'll throw across, and that's the end of the inning. But the Apaches do get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave a runner on. And we will head to inning number 6. Your new score from Schwab Field. The Apaches 4 and the Lady Westerners 1. Welcome back to Bullard, Texas, as we head to the top of inning number 6. Doubleheader day here at the ballpark. We'll play 2. We'll take about 20 minutes between games. As Derek will hustle some lineups up here. 4-1, the Apaches lead it. This is Maria Rosales. Off-speed pitch misses, 1-0. Rosales 0 for 2 has 2 strikeouts so far. So far in the ball game, Abby Dart has struck out 7 Lady Westerners. Pop up left side out of play. Abby Dart, the 1-1. Line shot into left center. It's going to roll almost to the wall and holds her to a single. Nice. It's a line shot off the bat of Rosales. She gets her first hit of the day. And that will bring up Casey Thurman for the 3rd time. She has struck out twice. Well, Abby Dart, it started the inning with 95 pitches. She's at 99 right now. This next pitch will be 100. Little pop-up, easy play at shortstop. And Brecklin Dennis squeezes it for out number 1. Here's the third baseman, Cheyenne Potts. Potts is 0 for 2, popped up to second, grounded out to third. Oh, we're at the 8th spot in the Lady Westerner lineup. That pitch misses outside. 1-0. Well, nobody scored more than 1 run in any one inning. The Apaches have done it 4 times. And Western Texas has done it once in the 5th. So we're in the 6th. It's 4-1 Apaches. Apaches 4 runs on 9 hits. Lady Westerners 1 run on 4 hits. Both teams have committed 1 error. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fly ball left field. This fairly well hit, but Frank runs it down and makes the catch. F7 if you're scoring at the house. And that will bring up the 9-hitter, Ashlyn Bradley. Bradley flew out to center back in the 3rd inning. And a base hit back in the 5th inning, a base hit to center. She also scored the only run for Western Texas. First pitch floats over the middle of the plate, strike 1. 4-1 Apaches. 2 outs here in the 6th. High fly ball, that's deep to left. Does it stay fair? Not quite. Yeah, the wind's coming in from left center, so see a couple of balls well hit that way, but well, you're going to have to really mash it to get it out today. Don't think we've had anything really close to getting out of here today. 0-2 pitch. We'll tap her to second. Sloan Johnson flips it over, and that's the end of the inning. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 6. The Apaches 3 outs from their 7th win in a row. It'll be 8-9-1. Dickinson, Smith, and Dodd scheduled to hit for the Apaches. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Schwab Field. We're on the campus of the Brook Hill School. Dr. John Groth with you. 4-1 Apaches. Destiny Dixon will lead it off. She's 2 for 3 today. Actually, 2 for 2, excuse me. Looking at this score sheet. Single to center, single to second base. She scored back in the 3rd inning. First pitch misses. It's 1-0 to Dixon. Natalie Blattman has been in the circle from the start. That's pitch number 81 now for Blattman. Abby Dart over 100. She's at 106. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses high. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball, shortstop. This is O'Banion. She'll throw it over and just did get her. Coach Henderson doing his best sales job over there. Nice play by the shortstop, Christina O'Banion. That ball was in the hole. She had to make a long throw, and it was right on the money. 1 up and 1 down. Here's Tangela Smith now for the 4th time today. 0 for 3. Grounded out 3 times, twice to second and once to short. First pitch is going to miss low, ball 1. Actually got a nice gathering out here for a chilly Sunday afternoon. I can promise you, I would not be outside watching softball unless I had a family member playing. Immediate family. I wouldn't do it for baseball. Ground to the 3rd, that's fair. You throw it across, and another bang-bang call. Well, the temperature might have something to do with the close ones. I think these guys had a pact that if it's close enough, we're going to bang it.
Now batting number 3, Jasmine Dodd.
Coach Henderson thought that one was safe, and I don't know if I disagree with him. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Jasmine Dodd now. All Jasmine Dodd has done is gone 3 for 3. She's got an RBI and a run scored. First pitch. Just missed inside. I think it's 2-0. 1-1, excuse me. 2 outs, nobody aboard here in the 6th. The pitch. Just misses inside, 2-1. Dodd, a single to center and a run scored in the 1st, a double to center in the 3rd, and an RBI single to left field in the 4th. Really nice job of hitting last time up. Ball's well hit into center and can't make the play. All right, it's going to be a Craig Biggio hustling double as Dodd gets her 4th hit of the ball game. Boy, that was smoke. That ball had some fishtail on it, and the center fielder, Tracy Thurman, was tracking it and came in but couldn't quite make the clean catch. So there's 2 outs. Now the Apaches with a runner in scoring position for Brecklin Dennis. That ball was well hit by Dodd. And I got to believe the wind played a factor there because that wind kind of nosedived that ball into the turf. And Thurman tried to come in and make the catch, but the ball was diving on her. So Dennis steps in. First pitch misses, ball 1. Apaches lead 4-1. We're in the bottom of inning number 6. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. There's a bunt right out in front of the circle. Nobody's going to be out on that one. Natalie Blattman came in, and there was nowhere for her to go with that ball. Perfect bunt by Brecklin Dennis.
Now batting number 35, Courtney Heller.
Dodd goes to 3rd. You got runners on the corners. 2 outs, and Courtney Heller now. And they pitched around her earlier. I'd be a little surprised if they don't pitch around her here. And we're going to have a meeting in the circle. Coach McNary is going to go out and chat with Natalie Blattman. Blattman is the freshman from Abbotsford, British Columbia. She's been in the circle from the start. And probably the context of this discussion is let's not make a mistake here. Try to get her to go fishing. And by the way, Nikki Medina, the catcher, you're going to have to work really hard here. You throw a ball low, you got to block it. Don't really care if Brecklin Dennis gets to second. Just don't want to probably give Heller anything good to hit. Rather go at the on-deck hitter, who is going to be Aubrey Carricker. She pinched hit her last time up. She stays in the lineup. First pitch. Boy, almost hit her. Ball 1 inside. Heller with a chance to open it up a little bit here. First and third, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Natalie Blattman with the pitch. High. 2-0. Nothing close to the hitting zone so far for Courtney to swing at. That wind blowing in here. Very different conditions than we had at least on Friday at White House. The wind was blowing out. 2-0 pitch. High. 3-0. Well, this is kind of how they've approached Heller all day. She's got 2 walks and a double to right. The pitch. And that's in there, and the runner will go to second. Stolen base for Brecklin Dennis. So now it's second and third, and you'll probably see a pitch that's not close to home plate on this. You're a little surprised if Courtney gets anything close. There it is. Ball 4. It's an unofficial intentional walk there. And all 3 walks today have been to Miss Heller. So the bases are now full of Apaches, and this is Aubrey Carricker stepping in. And you're going to have a runner at first for the Apaches, Brooke Macomson. So Macomson will now run at first for Heller. That means Heller's got to come out of the game, doesn't it? They ran for her last time. Allie White ran for her. So they're going to have to finish this game. I don't know softball rules as well as I know baseball rules, but I think they're going to have to play the rest of this game without Courtney Heller. 4-1 is our score. And here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Aubrey Carricker came on and laid down a bunter last time up. She pinched hit for Malaya Olvera in the 5th inning. She stays in the lineup here. Got a chance to drive some runs in. 0-1 pitch coming up. This is high. 1-1. Natalie Blattman has been in that circle from the start. She's now at 98 pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch. Pop up. This should do it. And easy catch at second base for Ashlyn Bradley, and the inning is over. The Apaches end up getting no runs on 2 hits. They leave them loaded, and we go to the top half of inning number 7. The Apaches hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. All right, top of the 7th. Abby Dart trying to finish this up with a complete game win. And top of the lineup for the Lady Westerners. Ashley Gonzalez leads it off. First pitch in there, strike one. Gonzalez 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Western Texas, 1 run on 4 hits. The Apaches 4 runs on 11 hits. 0-1 pitch just missed off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll take about a 20-minute break between ball games. Derek's going to run those lineups down for us. Little verbal reminder there. 2 balls and a strike. It's always the challenge between games of a doubleheader when you're in the press box. Trying to get those lineups up to the PA and the broadcast people. 2-1 pitch. Line drive into left field. It's a leadoff single. And Gonzalez gets her first hit of the day.
Now batting, number 2, Mackenzie Moore.
Well, that's a nice swing. Good piece of hitting by Gonzalez. And here is Mackenzie Moore. So you got to work your way through the meat of this lineup. Mackenzie Moore is 0 for 3 today. First pitch in there, strike one. Moore on the year, 296 average. 8 for 27, couple of triples and a couple of RBIs. 0-1. Tapper to first, you step on the bag, you throw to second. No, you don't. You hold it. Thought you had a chance for a double play there, but
Now batting,
we got playing first base.
O'Banion.
We do have a new first baseman. And so Parker's moved from third to first. So Brecklin is now at third base. And is it Mackelson at short? All right, so a little shuffling of the deck in the infield. That was Casey Parker taking it herself. Gonzalez to second. Now it's Christina O'Banion with 1 out. And if you're the Western Texas Lady Westerners, you need some base runners here. Down by 3 with 1 out in the 7th. It's a 2-0 count. Well, you got to come at these hitters. Don't really want to walk anybody. Looper into right. This is trouble and falls in for a single. So the Westerners not going quietly here in the 7th. 2 hits in the inning.
Now batting,
And
number 21, Bridget
Gonzalez to third, O'Banion at first, and here's the tying run. Bridget Cripple is 1 for 2. She laid down a bunt. She has an RBI single. And she flew out to right field. If she catches one into the teeth of that wind, we are tied. Cripple on the year, a 320 average, pop up out of play to the right side. 320 average. She's got a double, no home runs, 6 RBIs. Her 6 RBIs are second on the team to O'Banion. So an 0-1 count now, and the cleanup hitter, Bridget Cripple, the pitch. Pop up, and you got room, but you can't find the ball. Destiny Dixon turned around but couldn't find it. It was off to her right, and it's an 0-2 count. Boy, that could have been a big play right there. Normally you have your pitcher point where it is, and ball falls to the ground harmlessly for Western Texas. 0-2 pitch coming up. Another pop up into the net, and it's going to stick. Coach McNary encouraging Bridget. Still 0-2, the pitch. This is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abby Dart trying to finish this thing up for the Apaches. The 1-2. Low, and nice job there at home plate by Dixon, saving a run. The count goes 2-2. First and third with 1 out. Little drama here in the 7th inning. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Boy, pretty close pitch right there. Called a strike.
Now batting, number 23, Nikki Medina.
That's going to be strikeout number 8 for Abby Dart. And now the Lady Westerners down to their last strike. Nikki Medina, 0 for 1, 2 walks, and a fly ball to left. First pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 runners on. It's a 3-run Apache lead. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the runner that counts right here is at the plate. The 1-1. Another off-speed pitch. He swings through it. 1-2. Down to your last strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the 7th. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and you flip it to second. Nicely done. And there's your ball game. 4-6. Boy, up that looked like it was going to be a base hit. And nice play by Sloan Johnson. And the Apaches will hold on for the victory here. Your final score, Apaches 4 and the Lady Westerners 1. Let's wrap this one up quickly. For the Western Texas College Lady Westerners, Christina O'Banion 2 for 3 on the day. She's probably the offensive star of the game for the Lady Westerners. Natalie Blattman went the distance. She pitches 6 innings, gives up 11 hits. All 4 of the runs were earned runs. Walked 3, did not strike out a batter. For the Apaches, boy, Jasmine Dodd, what a game she had. 2 singles, 2 doubles, a run scored, and an RBI. She did just about everything. Sloan Johnson, 2 for 3, also down in the lineup at the 6th spot. And let's see, Hannah Frank was 1 for 1 with an RBI as well. Destiny Dixon 2 for 3 in that 9 spot. So those are your offensive stars of the game. But man, Jasmine Dodd put a star by her name. 4 for 4 today in this one. And of course in the circle, Abby Dart goes 7 complete innings, gives up 6 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Walked 4, struck out 8 batters. So that'll wrap things up from Brook Hill. We'll be back on the air in about 20 minutes. For the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, this is Dr. John Groth signing off back in about 20 minutes. So long, everybody.